Why are humans afraid of deep darkness? Have you ever walked through your house at night, turned off all the lights, and suddenly felt uneasy? Maybe your heart started beating faster. Maybe you felt like someone was watching you. Maybe you even ran to the next room for no reason at all. But here's the strange part. You knew there was probably nothing there. So why does darkness make us feel afraid? Why can a simple lack of light trigger such powerful emotions? The answer lies deep inside your brain, in a survival system that has been evolving for millions of years. Let's explore one of the strangest feelings humans experience: fear of the dark.
Humans are visual creatures. Around 80% of the information we receive about the world comes through our eyes. Your brain constantly uses visual information to understand your surroundings, identify threats, and predict what might happen next. During the day, your brain has plenty of data to work with. You can see people, objects, movement, and danger. But when darkness falls, something changes. Suddenly, your brain loses one of its most important sources of information, and your brain hates uncertainty. In fact, uncertainty can sometimes feel more dangerous than an actual threat. Imagine hearing a strange sound in a brightly lit room. You look around and realize it's just a chair moving. No problem. Now imagine hearing the exact same sound in complete darkness.
Your brain immediately starts searching for answers, and when it can't find them, it begins filling in the blanks. This is where things get interesting.
Your brain is designed to prioritize survival over accuracy. In other words, it's better for your brain to assume danger exists when it doesn't than to ignore danger when it does. Thousands of years ago, this survival mechanism kept our ancestors alive. A rustling sound in the darkness could have been a predator. A shadow could have hidden a threat. Those who reacted quickly were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Even though modern life is much safer, your brain still carries those ancient instincts. That's why darkness can trigger feelings of fear, even when you are completely safe.
But that's not all. Darkness also affects how your senses work. When your vision becomes limited, your hearing becomes more sensitive. Small sounds suddenly seem louder. Tiny creaks become suspicious. A distant noise can sound much closer than it really is. Your brain becomes hyper alert, constantly scanning for possible threats. And because it has less visual information, it starts relying more on imagination. This is why many people feel like they see shapes moving in the dark. Sometimes a pile of clothes looks like a person. A shadow becomes a face. A harmless object suddenly appears threatening. This phenomenon is called pareidolia. It's the tendency for the human brain to recognize meaningful patterns in random information.
The same reason people see faces in clouds is the reason they sometimes think something is standing in a dark room. Your brain is trying to make sense of incomplete information, and sometimes it gets it wrong. There is also another fascinating reason darkness feels uncomfortable. Humans naturally fear the unknown. Darkness represents uncertainty. You don't know what's around you. You don't know what's hidden. You don't know what could happen next. And the human mind often imagines worst-case scenarios when information is missing. This isn't weakness. It's actually a normal psychological response. Researchers have found that people often experience increased anxiety when situations become unpredictable. Darkness is one of the oldest forms of unpredictability we encounter.
This fear appears surprisingly early in life. Many children are afraid of the dark. Part of this comes from imagination. Children have vivid mental images and active creativity. When they cannot clearly see their surroundings, their imagination can create frightening possibilities. But interestingly, adults aren't completely different. The fears simply become more sophisticated. A child may imagine monsters under the bed.
An adult may worry about intruders, accidents, or unseen dangers. The underlying mechanism is often the same. The brain is trying to prepare for uncertainty. However, not everyone fears darkness equally. Some people actually enjoy it. They find nighttime calming and peaceful. Why? Because the brain can learn through experience. If someone repeatedly experiences darkness without negative consequences, their fear response gradually decreases. The brain begins to recognize that darkness is not automatically dangerous. This process is known as habituation. Over time, repeated exposure teaches the brain that there is no threat.
That's one reason many fears can become weaker with practice. Now here's something even stranger. Studies suggest that people often feel more creative and introspective at night. When visual distractions decrease, the brain may focus more on thoughts, memories, and imagination. The same darkness that creates fear can also inspire creativity. Many writers, artists, and thinkers have described nighttime as their most productive period. So darkness isn't just a source of fear, it's also a source of mystery, reflection, and imagination.
The next time you're standing in a dark room and feel that familiar sense of unease, remember this. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Millions of years of evolution taught your mind to be cautious when visibility disappears. The fear you feel is an ancient survival system working behind the scenes. A system that once protected your ancestors from real dangers hidden in the night. Today, those dangers are usually gone. But the instincts remain. And that's why something as simple as darkness can still make your heart race, even when there's absolutely nothing